Morning. It's so beautiful outside. I just opened the window and it's gorgeous. So you know I'm gonna be out there. Yeah. Okay. So I'm moving out of my house. Right now I live with my parents, or my dad, because my mom passed away 2 years ago. But I live at my parents' house, and I live with my sister, my dad. And yes, I decided that I will move out. I'm moving out because it's really expensive to live here, one, and two, my family's just really mean to me for no reason. I like to chill. I am disorganized a little bit, but it's not too bad. Yeah, they're just like mean to me all the time. So I moved here because my marriage ended and I needed a place to stay with my kids. I couldn't afford anything. I was a stay-at-home mom, so I moved back home, and I've been sharing this room with my kids, and now my kids are living with their dad. And so I was like, great, I get to have some space for myself, be alone, and figure out how I work alone after 14 years of living with someone and then being with the kids all the time. So, but then, like, my sister's always been mean to me, like on a bi-weekly basis. She kind of like her moods, and she can be like really rude, and like I'm like, oh yeah, it's not on purpose, because like she's going through her thing. I don't even know what's happening, but she just like comes off as like mean. But then a month ago, my dad was just like shouting at me. Like, I'm 36 years old, and he came home one day, asked me to do something. I told him, yeah, I'll do it, but maybe you should get started like this. And he went psycho, and like to the point where I was shaking. I mean, I don't want anyone to scream at me. I've told a lot of people about this, and like most of them have the same reaction I did. There's a few people who are like, oh well, that happens between all families. And it's like, well, you know what, it's not okay. I'm not taking it. So now I'm moving out. I'm moving into a hostel. It's not a really big one. There's only room for 4 people inside the room that I'm gonna move in. And it's like an artist residency. Like, there was a little application, and yeah, so I'm just like renting a bed on there for a month, and then I'm gonna move to my own space. I'm gonna rent another room in another house somewhere, because it's gonna be, I did find cheaper rooms than what I'm paying here for my room, and I'm not gonna have I'm not gonna have the stress of having to be around people who are like this. I'm just really sad I'm leaving my house. It's taking me a long time to get through my things and pack everything. There's a lot of sentimental stuff in this room. I did share with my kids for 3 years straight. So, it took me a little while to get it organized for just me, like to take out most of their things, but there's still a lot of stuff of theirs in here, like older books. I already went through this, so these books that are back here are the ones that are staying. This stuff up here is all mine, all of that. I have to like organize it, put it all in boxes, and put it in a storage unit. And yeah, so in 6 months I'm moving to Spain, and that was the goal from the beginning. But now, I wasn't really saving any money in here, just because like paying for a part of the mortgage, like my third of the mortgage, is like a lot. The mortgage and the bills plus food, everything, it's $1,100. So I found rooms with everything included for 800, and then I would just have to get food. And there's local pantries and everything I can go and try to get. So yeah, the reason I'm telling you guys all of this and like sharing more of my life is because like the people around you greatly affect your mentality, and I'm trying to tie your mental to how habits are being built, right? And if you're not feeling good in your space, it's gonna be really hard for you to have positive thoughts in your mind. And those are habits. So I'm like slowly building these negative habits because they're being mean to me and putting me down on a constant, like they don't see it like that, but they are. Like I don't want to leave my room, I don't want to cook, I don't want to like be around them. I see every time I get home and they're home, I'm like, gosh, I gotta go say hi. Like it shouldn't be like that. If you're living with someone, especially with your family, it shouldn't be like that at all. But some people don't know how to handle themselves, and that is also a habit, right? Like my dad thinks it's okay to scream at people because it's like I don't really know why he thinks it's okay, but like that's a habit that he's built around that. And for my sister too, she has like these habits that make it okay for her to have these reactions, and they're both not taking the time to think about why they're feeling the way they're feeling. There's an initial reaction when something happens. There's an initial reaction in you, and that's your true feeling. I don't really remember how to call it. And then after that, it's like the feeling you get after that, the feeling after the first 2 seconds of you experiencing whatever it is that you're experiencing, that's every action to that feeling. So then all those feelings after become the reaction to that, and that's usually what you act on, and they're usually based on your thoughts and ideas, so they have a bias. And through habit building, you can learn to control those two things. You can learn to understand what your initial reaction was, and understand yourself better, to be able to have productive decisions, right? Because the day that my dad decided to start screaming at me, he was very reactive. There was no reason for him to shout at me. I was not trying to make an argument. I wasn't attacking him. I wasn't doing anything bad to him. I just made a suggestion on how she should approach the task he wanted to do, and I had other things to do I had already set up to do in my day. He just came randomly and started pushing himself onto what I had to do, to the point where I had to stop everything I was doing and do what he wanted, because I needed to get out of the way. I didn't want to get shouted at. So yeah, I don't know what else to say other than that. Oh well, I guess we could talk about the hostel. So I'm moving into this hostel called the Artist House here in Miami. It's a music house, even though it's called an artist house. They are trying to promote visual artists to move in there, but most of the people that live there are musicians, or I think all of them. And there's like the application I said, I did find out that there's a family that lives there, but I think that's something that started happening recently, and to me it's a little concerning, only because they throw really giant parties every Monday. I don't really know, I have never been to it. Recently I went to it one time with our club, and I didn't see any kids there that day. I didn't see the couple that lives there now, but there was a lot of people, so I could have missed. I mean, I definitely wouldn't have missed the children, but yeah. And when I went to go look at the place, once that got accepted, to see how big of how much room I was gonna get, I didn't see any kids, but they do live there. It was confirmed. And yeah, I mean, I am excited to meet children. I just don't know how the living situation is like, because it is a hostel, and I mean they do have their own space. I don't know if they have their own room and the parents have the other room. I don't know if it's like, oh, we're like the hostel, like they have a work with the people who own the house, which is the couple. That's what I'm assuming. And they're musicians, and then they're like, yeah, it'd be great to have you guys here, and which is cool. I mean, like, what a goal I've always had was to build kind of like a hostel kind of thing for artists as well, but like out in the country with like a farm and like a lounge. I don't know what just a place where people can come and be creative and also have like everything met, and you can like practice in volunteering for in agriculture, and we make all the food there. Everything is like provided. All you have to do is be creative. But this is a little different in that sense, that is like in the city, and the house is shared. I would have never shared the house. It would be like my family house, and the spaces that are going to be used by the artists, whether it be like a hostel situation or private rooms or like a mixture of both. Like I was like, yeah. So I mean, yeah, I'm trying to have a really positive mindset about this. I am dreading it because it is not a private space, and I want my privacy. But it's gonna be a growing. I'm gonna grow throughout this month, and I'm gonna have tons of fun because I met all the people that live there. They all seem very chill. They are very curious and playful people. That is very great for me. I like being like that myself, and I need to be around more people like that so I can feel comfortable with it, because like I said, I don't feel comfortable at home, and that totally sucks. Yeah. I chose to pick the top bunk in the outside corner of the room, which is the least private one, and is really cheap. But apparently, oh no, yeah, the two inner bunks are taken, so that sucks. Like, so like that's not the entrance to my room. That's like the bathroom, but let's pretend that that's the entrance. So I had to pick the top bunk that's on the outside. There's the bottom bunk, but they're charging like $700 for that, and I can't justify paying that much for just the bed. Like I get it. We get all the amenities of the house, but when I can find a room for $800, it's like, no, that's not justifiable. $500. I mean, if you're renting a bed in a room, I think it would be like $300, especially even if all the amenities included and you get to like be part of the party every Monday. Whoa, yeah. I mean, I definitely have complaints about the price. It's too expensive, and you're packing a bunch of people in a house, like, and then they have people living outside. There's a bunch of people living in the house, so I mean, yeah, all these people are really big hippies and musicians, very fitting. I mean, yeah, it's the first time I'm gonna do something like this, not like living in a situation where there's multiple people in the house, because I've had roommates in college. I lived in a townhouse, and we were the party house. People would come to our house. We never locked the door, and people would come to our house to party. Obviously not uninvited. Everyone was always invited, whoever did show up, and their plus ones or whatever. We were okay with things like that. We threw a giant Halloween party once. It was like over 200 people in the house. It was great. It was amazing, and I loved living there. But I had my private space. I had my own room. Someone did, like, my roommates, not my roommate, but like my housemate's brother one day came in and like, fell asleep on my bed and ended up peeing on it because he was so wasted. That was not cool at all. That night was terrible. Terrible night at that house. We all got into a huge fight. People punched holes in the wall. I threw away the mattress by myself. It was a lot. So, I mean, we were in college, so we were in our early 20s, and I'm hoping that this situation is a lot different and much more respectful. There is a lot of rules. They send you the house rules and everything, and one of the rules is that you cannot sleep between housemates. And so I'm like, how does that whole marriage work then? I'm sure the rules were set up when they had another house. They used to have another house. This is like the fourth house. So the first house I went to, it was a lot different. It was much more organized, in my opinion, than this one. This one's a little cramped. But, you know, I'm not here to judge or really criticize. You know, I'm just commentating. Yeah, so this week has been like me trying to pack and like slowly getting through it. It's just really emotional, overwhelming. When I did the books and I already took out half of them, right after I felt just sick. Like I had a headache, my stomach was feeling weird. I felt like I needed to lay down and just not do anything. So I wanted to listen to music. That was like the urge. And it was because it was just like so emotional that I felt sick right after. And then I went through my clothes. So all the clothes that are in the closet right now are gonna go in bags, and the clothes I'm taking are just like there's like a box right there, that green one, and 2 other bags. Those are the clothes I'm taking for the month. Mostly like work uniforms and a few clothes to like wear on days that I'm not doing anything. So yeah, that's done, and everything else is just gonna go in boxes. My art supplies, the ones I use all the time, are gonna come with me and stay in the car, and all this other stuff is just gonna go in boxes. So that's gonna be a lot easier to sort out now that I sorted what it is that I'm taking with me, like my essentials. And it feels less overwhelming, but it's still gonna be very emotional. Yeah, so that's that. Today I work really late. Tomorrow I don't work. I don't work the next day or the next day after that, and I'm moving in on Saturday. So Saturday is the last day that I'm gonna be here, and I don't work. And then yeah, so I guess I'm gonna keep you guys updated on that, and we'll see how my habits are going then. I'm not really like, I like to talk about habits because I want to get better. I think I am very good at making new habits and sticking through it, even through times where I don't have time to work on whatever habits I'm doing. But one of the hardest habits for me is exercising, and I've been trying to conceptualize how I am going to exercise while I'm at the hostel, and it's gonna have to be outside. So I am feeling very out of my comfort zone when it comes to that, and I mean, this whole experience is gonna be very out of my comfort zone. So that's why I'm expecting growth, because I'm really pushing myself to do things that I am not comfortable with. And yeah, in the end, I hope to save tons of money, because I am going to be paying much less for what I need in a month. And I mean, it's all good news. The only sad part is that I have to leave my family's house, and obviously that's just hard. I enjoy it here. I like the space, and I like the area I live in. It's really nice. It's really open. There's lots of trees and walking space. In comparison to where the house is, it's in it's more in the city. I'm like my parents live in the suburbs, so it's very, very open. So there's not a lot of trees over there. There's no sidewalk. But it is closer to the city. It's much more convenient to get everywhere, less gas. I'm also planning on getting a motorcycle. I'm trying to work a deal out with my friend who has one. He's not using it at all. He wants to sell it for $700, which I don't have right now because I used the money to make sure I can move into this place. So I'm trying to see if he would let me like put a really small deposit down for it, and then once I'm more set up I can give him a lot more money. But he hasn't really answered. Like, maybe he forgot. But yeah, that's gonna help me save a lot because my car right now is a Highlander and it uses a lot of gas, and eventually I am gonna sell it, but it is kind of old. It's from the early 2000s, and I don't think I'm gonna get a lot of money out of it. Even though it runs super well, it's a great car. I've had a lot of cars. This is not the oldest car I've had, but it's definitely a really, really good car. It runs really well. It is the oldest car I've had now because we're in 2026, and then I had a 2001 in 2019, 2018. So in comparison, this car is running really well for being as old as it is now. I did have to change things in it, but I mean, it runs perfect now. It was running perfect before until those things broke and then I had to change. But yeah, now it's set. So hopefully someone wants to buy it. I want to sell it for $4,000 because that's how much money I ended up spending on it in total with the fixes I had to do. So at least I can get my full money back. And we'll see. I mean, I haven't listed it or anything. I'm just kind of dealing with things that as like importance level, I guess. Like if it's much more important, like my living situation, then selling my car is like the least priority. So yeah. Oh my god, I'm trying to get my day started. So I was hoping that making this video was gonna motivate me to go, but I just don't want to do anything. I'm gonna lay in bed and browse my phone. But I'm not doing that. Yeah. So I know everyone does this, right? We all browse our phones and that's also part of your habits, obviously. But even if you are consciously looking at social media, like you are conscious of what you're doing on social media, even if you are doing that, your thoughts are still being rewritten by the algorithm through habits. And like, you don't get that. Even if you are conscious, the only way to stop the algorithm from rewriting the way you think is by not using it. There was a time in my life when I've always used Instagram. It's my favorite app. It's my favorite social app. But there was a time when I used Instagram and I didn't browse Instagram. Like, I was the only person in a space not using my phone. Now it's not like that. Like, after COVID, I somehow developed the habit of browsing my phone and looking through my For Me page or whatever. I know it's not called that in explore page, but before I didn't even realize that page existed. People would like talk about their feed, and I would be like, what the fuck? I don't even know. Like, all I see is the people I follow, and I'm not very interested in like looking at what they're doing. Not to be mean, but like I'm like, I'll like your things, yeah, and everything, but you know, it's not like I'm you know, you're not really interested in like your friends' stuff all the time like that, or like people who you follow that you know in person. It's like, oh yeah, I wonder how so and so is doing, and then your interest is spikes, and then you go look, right? Um, so yeah, I never really browsed it like that. But once I realized I was doing that. I was like, oh, I need to set timers, I need to do this, and nothing worked. Like it has such a strong pull on your mind, because it just like really makes you happy to look at all those things. So I'm trying to go back to that, where I don't browse my For Me page or Explore page at all. And I went on it this morning, and it's like full of random stuff now. I'm like, good, I don't even want to look at this. Yeah, stop using your phone. Note to self, note to everyone else. So yeah, that was my life update right now. I'm trying to make more videos, so we'll see if that happens. I really want to create like something on YouTube where I have followers and likes, and people are actually listening to what I'm saying on here. But it's not like life or death. Like I'll do it. And usually talking about like what I want to do helps me get it done, even if no one listens. Because it's not about like external validation. It's more about just me getting what I want to do done. Oh my god, I'm so tired. I just want to sleep. Just kidding. I slept so well. I slept 8 hours. It was so good. Yeah. So yeah, watch for your habits.